What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Ricky, aka RJ. So today we're going to do a suspension upgrade. So I'm installing some Eibach springs on the GT350. So pretty much the reason why I chose these springs is because I looked and kind of searched and tried to do my homework on different springs for this car. Not a lot on the market. BMR, Ford Performance, of course, and the Eibach. Eibach has the most aggressive stance, that's what I like. I like the aggressive stance. So ride quality, I got mixed feelings from different people on the forums. So pretty much, I'm just going to try these out. If the ride quality sucks, obviously I'm going to take them out and try the Ford Performance, see how those are. The reason why I didn't go to Ford Performance is because I don't think it's low enough for me. That's my preference. The BMR sits a little bit lower, but the BMR, I guess, I don't know, was it linear or progressive? I think it's a progressive spring, so I think it's a little bit stiffer than the stock springs. The Eibachs are similar to the stock springs. I think it's just a tad bit stiffer with the Eibachs. So today I'm going to install only the rear. Yes, only the rear right now, because I don't have the time to install all four corners. Got a few things to do. To pick up the kids from school. My daughter has a eye exam, and Friday was the real day I was supposed to do everything, but I got a wedding on Saturday, so I'll be running around with the wife on Friday. So I'm trying to do a little bit today and try to finish the rest on Friday, like early Friday morning. The weather's not that bad, a little brisk, but it ain't nothing. I'm used to working in much colder weather than this. So, all right, so this is going to be, I guess, modification number 4 or 5. I'm not sure. So the car's been sitting for a week, as usual. I don't even get to drive this damn car, man. So let's do a cold start and let's get this project started. Alright, so I finally figured how to get this thing out. So if anybody watched that video of American Muffler, sorry, not American Muffler, American Muscle, they put up a video about 2 weeks ago on how to install springs on a Mustang S550, and the video looks so easy. And once I watched the video again after I got stuck on how the hell they got the spring to come out, I realized that they didn't have an exhaust on that car. It was a brand new car, but they failed to tell us that they took the goddamn exhaust off. So I'm over here trying to figure, like, how the hell do they get this thing out so easy? I have everything set up the same way. You know, the subframe, I'm holding that up, doing everything, unloosening all the bolts they told me to do, all that crap, right? And come to realize them assholes didn't have an exhaust on it. So that's how they got their spring they took their spring out so easy. So I'm new to the Mustang game, man. You know, I'm just going, this is my first time doing it. You know, you're gonna run into little hiccups, but I try to watch the videos before I install the spring, and now I'm realizing that, you know, they cut corners without letting you know they was cutting corners. So if you're new to installing your springs into a Mustang, you have to I don't know, this is my way, this is how I got it out. It was pretty easy. I loosened this, I loosened the sway bar, and what else did I also loosen? The sway bar and something else. Brake line, definitely you have to loosen. And once you loosen the sway bar, you could kind of, what I did was I lifted, where's my light? So I lift the sway bar and I put it over the exhaust, because the sway bar was touching the exhaust when you lower the subframe, and you can't get it off. You can't get it off. So that's what I did. Now the spring is 1, 2, 3 came right out. So if I have enough time, I try to do the other side. All right, but this is how I did it. If you guys know another way, hit me up in the comments, let me know. Because like I said, if these springs don't work out, I'm gonna do it again, and I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to take this thing apart and put it back in. All right, so this is how I did it. If you got a different way, hit me up and let me know. Alright, so now I can just lower this down, take out the spring, put a little pressure, and just the spring comes right out. Easy. I don't know what American Muscle was trying to tell you guys to do, tell us to do. They made it seem so easy, not realizing them fuckers took the goddamn exhaust off to do this job. Let me put my gloves back on. Alright, so we got the old spring. See how thick this thing is? This thing weighs a ton. And this is the new spring. Yeah, this one weighs a ton, man. You can see the difference. However you took it out, you're gonna put it right back in. I don't think I need to have a video on how to put it back in. So let me go inside, charge up the GoPro, and if I have time, I'll do the other side. I probably won't videotape the other side, and I'll do the front, and then I'll take some pictures of the car and some videos and all that good stuff. Alright, so the rear suspension is in, the rear springs are in. Now I'm going to attempt to do the front. The kids are off the bed, homework is done, dishes is washed, kitchen is clean. So I'm in the garage late night, just trying to get the 2 front springs in. It's a long day. I have to do a lot of running around. So not sure how much of this I'm going to try to capture. It's kind of dark in the garage. I got a sucky light in here. One of my lights is out. Didn't have a chance to replace it. So I'm gonna try to do my best, man. Alright, so here we go. Part 2, front Eibach springs installation. boy. Messed up my lug nut, banging it. Doesn't matter. I think I'm going to have to do spaces on this anyway, so gotta change those. And that's a massive brake, boy. Look at that brake. Trying to all the magnetized sensors and brake lines, I'm just trying to disconnect and move those out of the way. So I got everything loose that I need to get loose. Got the big bolts right here. These are loose. All the brake lines, the magnetized sensors is all disconnected. Everything should come out smoothly. So basically, I don't have, and I had a spring compressor. I don't know where the hell it is. Last time I used it was on my BMW. That was about maybe almost going on 3 years. So I haven't seen that. I don't know where it is. I don't have the time to search the garage. So I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way by loosening it up from the top, and then that way the spring could kind of decompress from itself, and I pull it all out. So let's do that now. These out. This is not gonna be fun. I got the brake pad right here. It's not gonna be fun. Shit. Alright, so check out my little ghetto rig. Finally got these two freaking bolts to come out. Things was a bitch. So once I take this out, this is gonna fall. That's why I got the little Go Diego chair here to hold it in place. Then I'm gonna let the strut down and then pull it out and take the spring out. Alright, so we got the whole strut out. Got the strut out. So I'll be looking in there now. Strut, there's the strut there. So I'll put the new spring in and put everything right back in the way it was. Alright. Sorry I couldn't do a better video. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's late, tired. So this is the best I could do. Alright. Alright, so got the spring back in. Man, I fucking scratched the hell out of that. So the spring is back in, and now I'm going to raise this up with the jack, line it back up, put it back in. The spring was a bitch to get in. Although it was a lowered, it's a much shorter spring, but it was still difficult to get it back in. I had to have my wife come out and help me, so I had to pretty much hold it down. She screwed it on and used the impact gun to tighten it as I was holding it down. So teamwork, man. So that's back in. It's going to bolt everything up. Like I said, this part has to go back on. So once all that stuff is on to the next side. Alright. So basically, to run down how I did this, I don't have a spring compressor, so did it the old-fashioned getaway by leaving these big bolts in down there. I left those bolts in, loosened the top strut mount, and once I loosened that, I loosened the, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but the nut that holds the spring into place. Once you let that loose, then the spring is going to pop and release. It takes it's a little hard to wiggle and try to get it out, but I don't have like I said, I don't have a spring compressor, so do the old-fashioned getaway. Alright, I've done that with all my cars, never had an issue. Just did it with this car, no issue. So that's the way I do it. That's in. Let's hook up every all the sensors back. Hook all the sensors back up. Attach the brake lines. The plug back the Magna ride back in. Plug on. Let's go back in. Alright, so got everything back in. Everything's all tight. Bolts under there is all tight. Magnum rod is plugged back in. Brake lines, ABS lines, everything is all connected back and ready to put a tie on and see what the car looks like. That's the way the strut look. Eibach springs. This car needs a wash so bad. I was going to drive it. See what it feels like. Alright. Side one of the passenger side front. Sorry, driver's side is done, completed. Onto the passenger side. Alright, so let's see what the car looks like as I'm jacking it down. Much more than a 2-finger gap. Alright guys, so this is the finishing touch of the car. I just finished driving the car, like it's a quick drive around the block, some bumpy roads. The car feels amazing. I haven't taken it on the highway yet, so I'm gonna give a highway review on how the car feels, but so far over the bumps the car feels real good. I think the suspension is a little soft for my liking, but you know what, eventually once it breaks in it should stiffen up a little bit more. But this is what it looks like. It's really low but aggressive enough for me. Quick walk around. Side view. I think I'm going to do spacers in the front. So this is exactly what I wanted. That 2-inch, 2-finger gap. Perfect. Go to the front. It's about the same. Again. I am going to do spacers in the front. This is how low it is to the ground. To the driver's side, I don't think this ground is level. So the other side looks a little bit, this side looks a little bit lower, but that's the way it looks.